To all the men and women, Ripple has never been so close to beating the SEC case. The crypto market is aware that today is a very important day. XRP value has already gone through the roof, but what's next will be even bigger. A lot of people think that the XRP Ripple coin could hit $692 very quickly. You'll be amazed by this movie. Do not miss a second. Nota bene. The fight between Ripple and the Securities and Exchange Commission may be coming to a close after almost 4 years of court cases. The SEC is having a meeting in Washington, D.C., but it is closed to the public and not open to the public as required by the Sunshine Act. One thing stands out. On the schedule are administrative actions, settlements, enforcement processes, and court cases that have been settled. There are no names given, but the XRP community can see what's going on. Once more, everyone is looking at Ripple. Things have been getting worse for days, especially since Ripple dropped its cross-appeal against the SEC. The quiet finality with which that statement was made makes it sound like Ripple is done fighting. Even more importantly, it means Ripple thinks it has already won. After almost 4 years of court cases, Ripple has hit a turning point. A representative from the Cyprex Research Lab wrote on XT that CEO Brad Garlinghouse said that Ripple is dropping its case against the SEC, putting an end to a long-running argument over how to classify XRP. That would have been reason enough for holders to celebrate, but what may happen next is what has everyone watching the SEC's moves with bated breath. The rumors are not without merit. Since 2020, when the SEC first accused Ripple of selling securities that weren't listed, the law around XRP has changed a lot. In 2023, a key court decision said that XRP is not a security when it is sold on secondary markets like exchanges. This was a big win for the law that set a strong standard. Ripple's recent choice to stop suing extra people could be a strategic move toward ending the case. This puts pressure on the SECs to do the same. XRP has quietly become the most important piece of a bigger regulatory puzzle. There's a growing sense that the case might be talked about or even solved, even though it's not named in the meeting schedule. Crypto researchers and people with a lot of power have been sounding the alarm, not out of fear, but out of excitement. XRP governor said it straight out. If the attraction of Ripple is taken away, XRP might not just go up, it might go through the roof. Others agreed with the urgency. Someone else well-known in the community, Bale, told people, "You better be ready when the SEC says the XRP case is over." That means you won't be able to buy XRP anymore. The market seems to agree behind the scenes. Before the SEC meeting, a big leverage long position on XRP was open. This was seen by some as a risky bet, and by others as a sign of faith in a good result. In any case, there are more trades and prices are becoming more volatile again. The speculative energy is like a storm building up off the coast. You can't see it, but it's clearly strong. A lot is at stake. Ripple's main goal has always been to change the way global payments are made by using blockchain technology. And XRP is a key part of this as a bridge currency for trades that happen across borders. But this case has become more than just about Ripple. It's become a symbol for how the whole crypto business struggles with unclear U.S. rules. Oh, the price of XRP wouldn't just go up if the SEC stopped being involved for good. It would show that crypto projects are strong and should not back down. There has been no official word from the SEC yet, but the crypto market is still on high alert. A big change will happen if the commission either drops its own appeal or says the Ripple case is over. Not just for people who own Ripple or XRP, but for all digital asset control. One thing is certain, the price will go through the roof, whether it does or not. Once seen as a sign of crypto's legal uncertainty, the case could soon be seen as a sign of its legislative breakthrough. Now comes the part that no one is ready for. It's possible that XRP is about to make a huge breakout that could turn the whole crypto market on its head. This is what experts call a once-every-10 years event. Please believe me, if the SEC changes its mind, the next few days will be crazy for prices. It's not hype, it's just the calm before the storm. So this is the kind of situation we've only seen once before, during the last Trump campaign. And experts think it could happen again right now. Raoul Pal, CEO of Real Vision, recently said that the financial conditions in 2025 feel a lot like those in late 2016 and early 2017. Trump had just won the race at that point. The dollar went up for a short time before turning around quickly. This change caused a flood of cash into risky investments such as crypto. About a year ago, XRP wasn't even a blip on the screen, but in that time, it grew by almost 30,000%. Now that it's present day, the signs are there once more. Powell said that the dollar came apart at the end of 2016 and again at the end of 2024. This always makes things more expensive, but after 3 months, the markets go crazy. In 2025, that's exactly what's beginning to happen. The dollar's strength has reached its peak and is now fading. Money is starting to move again, and digital assets, especially XRPs, are reacting. XRP's been going up over the past few weeks, showing that it is strong, even though the market as a whole isn't doing well, and the Fed is still being careful. Don't get it wrong, though. XRP isn't just following the trend, it's building it. XRP is always going up. On X, Steph said something that captured the mood of a group of people who have been waiting years for this moment. Punky was more direct. Soon, the XRP godlight will arrive. I hope you're ready. Some people are ready anyway. Some people still think of XRP as just another altcoin, but that's not a smart move right now. Even people who have been skeptical for a long time are changing their minds as investor mood rises. Zeph said that XRP is going to $500. People who used to hate Bitcoin are now afraid of what it could become. For people who don't know much about XRP history, that comment might sound bold or even silly, but keep in mind that this coin went from being worth a few pennies to almost $4 in a single cycle. And the neighborhood, they're not being quiet. I believe in XRP completely. It is the one picked. No question, I have the bills. He said, I don't miss. Calling out not only the potential of the token, but also the false information that has stopped many small investors from investing. It's our job to help people who are broke when there is money to be made. Do not lie to them. I think Jack the Rippler said it all. This year, money is coming. When you add in Trump's repeated policies that are meant to weaken the dollar and flood markets with cash, you have a perfect storm. Investors are ready for another crash like the one in 2017 because they remember what happened. The big picture, the technicals, and the judicial momentum are all coming together. People who think XRP will go to $10 and $50 or more still think it's cheap right now. Even though it would be hard to believe, a repeat of the full 30,000% move would put it over $690. XRP would go over $25 even if it went up by 1,000% from here. Not a fantasy. That's a real possibility backed by history, macro fuel, and real investor desire. We also can't ignore the big problem that's there. The new project